This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribing. Let's get right into the news. All right, so Little Yachty says he reunited Caribou, Rio, and Geo. He says, got all the dykes united at once. I finally reached my final form. I guess they're all trying to survive together. Because Caribou, I don't even know why he signed Caribou. She's not, I just don't see it. Do you? Do you see it? Have you ever listened to her music? It's hard to listen to. It's just very hard. It's difficult. Well, Rick Ross, should we get into this right now? Rick Ross is getting into full troll mode because he has this album called Set in Stone dropping in June 12th. Now, should we expect anything great from this? I mean, and Rick Ross is going to rap on it. Rick Ross isn't trash, like he's not. I'm not going to sit here and say Rick Ross is trash, but he doesn't make bangers anymore. That's for sure. He just doesn't. Like, Minx in Miami is a cool filler song, And it's not really, it's not, like, it's cool, but I don't know. There's something about it that's not giving replay on it, Something, what I think it is? I'm going to be honest with you. I think the song would be perfectly fine if we didn't get so used to Rick Ross just being the equivalent of a reality star on Instagram, because that's what he's become. He's just, instead of us taking him seriously as a rapper, like Nas, like when Nas drops something, you check it out and you still take him seriously as a rapper, right? 50 Cent, I wouldn't really take a drop from him very seriously right now because he's moved fully into television, and he's not really in music like that anymore. And you've kind of moved on from him being 50 Cent the rapper to him being in television, right? Just like when a rapper goes from being a rapper to loving hip-hop, it's hard to take him seriously anymore. Or if they go to being a podcaster, it's hard to take them. You move into, this is what they are. Like even Boosie, he's an interview guy, right? So Rick Ross is just an Instagram real estate car guy, right? Which is fine, okay? And Rick Ross isn't broke, obviously. He has multiple properties. He's in a REIT with many other rich people where they invest in properties like the one on Star Island and rehab them and sell them. That's what he's part of a real estate investment trust. That's what he's part of it. So he goes on a bunch of podcasts and talks about 50, talks about Drake, and now he gets with, if you don't know who Patrick Bet-David is, he does a lot of interviews online, and he went on there and he really decided to really troll hard on there. And Patrick Bet-David isn't really in tune with like what's a big rapper or what's not a big rapper. I don't blame him, because like he's more into like politics, not just politics, but like just things that are moving in the business space. He's more of like a serious person, so he's not really thinking about like musicians. He's entertained by music, and that's it. He's not thinking about metrics and what's moving in the streets, whatever. 50 Cent does almost 46 million monthly listeners, right? Without dropping anything. Rick Ross is still dropping things. It only does 17.5 million. I mean, 50 Cent's almost doing 3 times what Rick Ross does. So for the interviewer to say, and there's no shade to the interview because I don't think, I like a lot of he does really great interviews. This was like more fun for him. He says, you guys are 2 big players in the music game. Rick Ross is nowhere close to being a big player anymore. Not even close. The 2 biggest rappers right now is Kanye and Drake. Those are the only 2 rappers this year to pass 4 billion streams. Then obviously next you got Kendrick and then J. Cole, right? Those are the big 4, I would say. After that, it's like Jay-Z, like people like that, definitely not Rick Ross. There's so many people that come before Rick Ross. Little Baby. So many people come before Rick Ross. But Rick Ross thinks he's still a major player in music. So he decides to, let's see. So he tells he calls the real freeway Ricky Ross, who risked his life and does everything. Not saying it's like commendable that he risked his life, but he was a drug dealer, right? And he was a big time drug dealer in L.A. And this is exactly what Rick Ross raps about. Things he never did. Rick Ross was a correctional officer, okay? That's what he was, okay? Did he do a little this and that? I'm sure, like Gunplay says he was still around in the streets, but he was still living, he was doing a 9-to-5. He was a 9-to-5 guy, right? And he decided to name himself Rick Ross. After the Rick Ross in LA, he says, I had never heard of him before. That's cap. That's the stupidest thing ever. So he decides to insult this man and say, was he the reason why you named her? The interviewer said, and this interviewer has interviewed Freeway Rick Ross, so he has a big respect for him, right? I mean, they did almost 2 million views on his interview. He says, was he the reason why you named yourself? Not at all. Was there any influence there? No. He's a crackhead. What are you talking about? Why would a crackhead inspire the boss, Rick Ross? Did he inspire your name, though? Brother, you're lowering the standard of the interview now. I'm sure he came and lied to you and told you he made $3 million a day. Did he ever show you a home? Did he ever show you a car collection? Did he show you his watch collection? What the $3 million a day, where did it all go to? Your listeners deserve better. See, Rick Ross is like really going outside. This is what you call going outside when he says like Drake's a lame, he does nothing. Drake's breaking all these. Drake just broke Michael Jackson's record, Jay-Z's record, Taylor Swift's record. Ross, you got to stop. You're going out. It's almost like saying, like it's a Mercedes sitting there, and Rick Ross will tell you, no, that's a Volkswagen. That's a Volkswagen. It's like, what? That's a piece of crap. That's a Volkswagen. Like, you're delusional at this point. You might need to go get checked. You and Khaled are like 2 peas in a pod. Fake, cheap, lames. Rich lames. You can be lame and rich at the same time. Did he show you his car collection? Like, come on, bro. We don't even know how much money Rick Ross has. He might spend every dollar. He might be leveraged to the T's. We don't know. Then he says, talks about 50 Cent again. 50 Cent can wash the bottom of his yacht. He's been using this joke for the past 10 years. Just because of you, I'll let 50 wash the bottom of my yacht. Ha ha ha. He can get the goggles. He only makes $1,500 an episode. Bro, 50 Cent's booked all the time. He did it. Let's see Rick Ross do a world tour and sell it out. It would be impossible for Rick Ross to do that. Rick Ross can't even sell tickets to an Atlanta show. He has a tour going on right now. It's buy one, get one free, pretty much. You're embarrassing, bro. You ruined your career. And really, Rick Ross is very talented. Nobody's saying he's not. He just like really... He's a snake, bro. The way he went against Drake 2 years ago, it's like, bro, this guy gave you like 15 hit records, bro. Part of the reason you have that car collection is because of Drake. All the publishing and everything from those songs, bro. Like, you and Khaled should be kissing Drake's feet, asking can I support you in any way? Can I put anything up? You need me to hear anything? Double check. Like, you guys should be thankful, but you're ungrateful. You're ungrateful. And I see kind of why I thought Meek was being like disloyal, but the more Rick Ross talks and trolls and everything, you could see why Meek Mill hates Rick Ross. And you're going to someone's going to be in the comments, what do you mean Meek Mill hates Rick Ross? Meek Mill hates Rick Ross, bro. He has hated him for a decade. You saw glimpses of it when he was questioning where his money was going and everything, because it goes through MMG / Warner or whatever it was. I don't know if it moved to Atlantic. But Rick Ross also owns their masters. So Meek Mill is going to have to figure out a way to do that whole thing without doing too much. I mean, you saw Meek Mill and Rick Ross, unfortunately, and they had great songs on it. They could only sell 33,000 the first week. So imagine what Rick Ross is going to do the first week on this. 20 maybe 15. Max B and French Montana just did 10 first week. I don't know. And he talks about, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just, he's just really a distasteful person, bro. I'm going to be honest. Kanye's doing a live concert in Tampa, Florida, June 28th. That's coming up. And that's about it, man. Let me know if you're going to, I'm going to check out Rick Ross's album, see what Set in Stone sounds like. But he's kind of like doing too much, you know? He thinks this is the way to like get attention for his album. How about drop some good music? You guys, French Montana and Max B, drop something good. You need to drop some solo stuff. You need to do something a little different. You shouldn't have gone against Drake. If you had supported Drake during the beef and worked it out with them and supported him instead of jumping on the back of Weeknd and EXO and Metro Boomin and Future and just ran with them, you would have had a Drake feature on your album and you would have sold some records. That's the thing. Sad, bro. He would have been the one person that stood by Drake's side. And yeah, it might have been tough for about a year and a half. But bro, you totally ruined that. You and Khaled are the same, bro. The worst, bro. These guys don't take care of their people, nothing. They keep people around and it looks like he's taking care of them. All he's doing is giving them a bedroom and like tasks to do during the day. Chores. Wash the cars. Do this. You have to do. I've seen Rick Ross, how he treats his people firsthand. Long time ago. He gives them all chores. Move the cars around. Do this. Take the cars to the car wash. And in turn, you get on, go around the world with him. Why do you think Gunplay got away from him? He didn't do anything for Gunplay. Gunplay said he never even really met Meek Mill and Wale. Believe it or not. He says we didn't. I met him like once or twice. That's it. He kept Gunplay and all them away when Meek Mill and Wale came around. He just focused on them for a little bit, got them going, and then just collected checks off. Sad, bro. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Peace.